What's going on, guys? My name is SkyXX148 and welcome back to another video. And today we are reviewing the Lego Star Wars Resistance X-Wing Fighter. Now this set is honestly huge. I haven't reviewed something huge like this in a while on my channel, so I'm happy to get into it and start building. So like I just said, let's start building. Okay, now that I have built, it's too big to fit in my space here. So, I'm going to have to move my camera just a bit and review it like this, because that's the only way I possibly ever can. So let's just take a look at the figures. So, move the build away, taking a look at the figures. There we go. First up here we have a Flame Trooper. And actually, Flame Troopers are quite rare to get in Lego. Or at least the first order Flame Troopers. Now, the Flame Trooper here has a nice backpack that holds the gasoline and stuff. And nice printing on the helmet to represent the actual Flame Trooper itself. And just basic printing. But he has a rifle with a little white attachment that has a flame to it. So it looks like he's actually shooting flames. But you can easily remove the flame if you wanted to, like that. So yeah, this figure's pretty sweet. And what's under the helmet? Angry Clone Trooper. So yeah. Alright, next figure, gonna go with Lor San Tekka. Lor San Tekka? I believe it is. Yeah, okay. So Lor San Tekka here is really nice. He has a nice, what's it called? Widow's Peak hairpiece. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I had to switch my camera angle from where I'm actually showing you the figure, or else it won't work. So Lor San Tekka here has a nice brown outfit, or a nice brown robe. Doesn't go onto the legs at the bottom here, but still continues on with the nice print. Plain arms, just the front of the figure is where you get all the awesomeness. So, yeah. Nice, like, reflective printing there. Or when you get the light just right, you can see it. Glossiness. And Lor San Tekka is just a pretty good figure. I believe I'm saying that wrong. Let me check. Okay, I had a hunch that Lor San Tekka was the wrong name, but turns out it is. So his first expression here is just a plain expression with a nice white beard. It could be used for a custom Santa fig if you wanted to. So it's nice, it's just a whatever face. And then the next face is just whatever face. You know, he literally looks depressed in both faces. Which, I feel bad for him if he's depressed like that. Next figure is Poe Dameron. Or Dameron. Now, my camera should focus. I hate when it does this. Okay, so Poe Dameron here basically has this nice jacket in tan. A nice little blaster, like Han Solo's, and just brown pants. Like a darker shade of brown pants. Back. You know, just awesome. It's one of the basic figures. One of the more basic figures, but it's good. And then we have the hair that was introduced with Superman, I believe. I'm not sure. It's a good hairpiece to get, if I'm honest. And his first face is like a hero face, like, yes, I'm gonna do it. Second face? Oh, wow. How did I just do that? But that's okay. And what comes with Poe Dameron is his helmet to actually pilot. And the helmet has nice detailing with Rebel markings and stuff. I'll just show you what it looks like on him. It looks good. Honestly, it looks great. And one thing I'm happy about getting this set is it comes with BB-8. BB-8 is something I didn't have yet from getting Star Wars sets. BB-8 just has his basic printing for the little orange circles of mechanical stuff in the middle. And then his little head, and it's just really good. Just nice little small printing. And what I find hilarious is if you have the Rebel helmet, on Poe there, you can take Poe's extra hair and actually put it on BB-8. BB-8 can rock Poe's hair. I find that hilarious and awesome to do. So let's take a look at the X-Wing and the land. Now the land here is basically sandy, and because it's on Jakku, and it has like two little containers here with a shovel, and just like, oh my gosh, I'm saying "and" way too much. I'm sorry. So it has just empty container there, just two containers, and like an antenna that keeps on falling down, which ruins the play feature, so I can show you. This antenna, it's awesome. It can spin, just your basic antenna, but it's really meant for the play feature. So what the play feature is the flame trooper over here comes around, sets it on fire. Now you can either knock it down with the flame trooper, or it has a little knob right here. So setting it on fire with the flame trooper just sets it on fire basically, and shows that this is down. Just easily flip it back up to redo the feature and just knock it down again, make it on fire. Or the flame trooper doesn't necessarily have to do it. Let's say Poe does do this. Let's say Poe takes his X-Wing here and shot it with a flick missile or something like that. He shot it and it came down. So that could happen. So let's actually take a look at the X-Wing itself. Okay, I'm going to have a mouthful to talk about this X-Wing. But to basically go over it, it has a nice blue and gray color scheme with a few lighter but darker blues, like a cyan kind of color, but it's basically mostly gray. Take a look, it has the engines, flick fire missiles on the side here, which I could shoot off, but I don't want to. I don't want to lose them. And the wings, the wings are pretty sweet. Some stickers, some lights, add detail to it, the blue. And on the side here, it has like the guns to shoot and spring-loaded missiles, which work as possible there. Now, I can see why people wouldn't like the spring-loaded shooters on here because the little red part sticks out. But if you don't, it doesn't hurt to just leave it out, which is totally fine. Take a look at the back, you can kind of see the features, and has like the parts that give the ship the boost. I'm sorry, I feel stupid right now, Star Wars. But a main play feature is the engine can come out, and Poe can do some work on it. So there's a wrench inside the cockpit over here that I'll show you a little later. Basically, Poe can do some work on it. Maybe spin it a few times because you want to play with a fidget spinner and you don't have one. Just spin it. Yeah. And it just fits right back in, which is nice. And actually clicks in using a little ball joint and hinges. Yeah. Basically, that's really it. On the wings, has nice detail, nice blue line on the engines here. I think engines. Just showing some of the technical part of the ship. And take a look at the top. It has these two stickers that you put on here with maybe something that lets out the exhaust. And at the top here you have a little spot for BB-8. Just pop him in there. Nice, he fits there well. And then this little knob here actually allows you to do the play feature. But I'm not gonna do the play feature just yet. I'm gonna show you a few more things. So at the bottom of the ship here, have these little, basically all that it stands on is the landing foot here, which you can put in a position like that, and these two little feet. But what I really like is the wing detailing continues on to the bottom with the curves and just the blue, because you don't really see it, but it's still nice to put there. And these don't really need to be folded at all, so just all you need to do is just flip this back like that and put it exactly like that. Alright, so taking a look at the cockpit until we get on to the features itself. The cockpit windshield is basically printed, and it's nice. It has a nice shape to it. It's really good. Now let's just move the camera a bit, zoom in. So if we take a look at the cockpit here, it has a nice joystick and like just a little bit that just shows the little screen. The screen there is printed. I mean, sorry, not printed, a sticker. But it shows. It's nice. It's great. And then you got the seat here where Poe sits. I'll actually put him in there right now if the seat would... Okay. Okay, now that I'm back and I fixed it real quick, basically inside this you have a fire extinguisher, which you could probably use on the burnt or the taken down land that I showed you before I showed you the X-Wing. So it just pops on a stud right there. It doesn't like to be nice for me on camera. And then right here is our bench to repair the engine in the back over here. So the wrench just fits right in. Now the cockpit here can only fit one figure, which is obviously meant to be Poe. So we just pop Poe right in there. And he fits, put the hatch down, and he's ready to fly. But speaking of flying, the X-Wing usually doesn't, it flies in this mode, but it flies in its X mode a lot. So what you can do with the knob up here is twist it, and using the rubber bands and a little system inside the wing, it stands up and it's in its X way. Now, if you're wondering how that works, there's like a little rectangle in there that turns and allows it to shut, and turns again and has it open. So it's a really nice look for it. So showing you like this, or from the back itself. And what shuts it really is the rubber bands. So that's good. So as it stands here, this is a pretty good set to get. I honestly think your money's worth. Plus, this is really big. It's great. Now, my voice is obviously wearing out because I recorded 3 videos before this, 13-minute one. So I'm going to go and get a drink. And other than that, Skyforce, unite.